Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Mai, and today's video is this Gemini apartment, which is my third installment of our astrology apartment series, which, if you don't know what that is, I have built 2 apartment buildings on a giant lot in Newcrest, and each apartment building has 6 units each. And one apartment building is for our air signs and fire signs, and our other building is for our water signs and earth signs. So since it is Gemini season, which is, I believe, the first air sign in the zodiac, we're building it here. And when I think about Geminis, I obviously think about somebody who's very social, somebody who's very bubbly and curious and artistic, and someone who's very funny usually as well. And I also associate it with the color purple for some reason, so I leaned heavily into that. But we are working on the kitchen here, and this apartment actually ends up being quite unique compared to the other apartments that I have already built, which was honestly really fun because since all the apartments are basically the same shape and shell, then getting to try a different style of apartment, different layout in the same shape, same space, I don't know, just felt exciting. It was nice to mix things up. And we're using a lot of items from the Dream Home Decorator game pack or stuff. Oh yeah, it was a game pack. And also some stuff from the Home Chef Hustle kit in here. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that shelf might actually be from Dine Out. And anyways, this is actually the biggest difference between this apartment and the other 2 apartments that I've already built is that in the other apartments in this space in front of the kitchen, I placed a kitchen island. But for this one, I've decided to go with the dining table instead, and then I end up using the usual dining area space for something a little bit more funky and interesting and fun. And over here in the living room, this one's also the part where I really changed up the layout, and I really love the furniture pieces that I've used in here. They are so colorful and bright and fun, and I feel like I've really created spaces that are great for entertaining, which, since Geminis tend to be very social, then of course they're going to want to entertain. And we end up picking some curtains here from I think it's from the Seasons expansion, and I really like them because they come with a lot of variety for the tile. They have different widths, so I was able to use them on the 2 different sized windows that we have and have it still be matching, which is kind of a rare experience in The Sims. But yeah, I used for the living room set these 2 couches from high school years because they had the purple that I really wanted. And I really love the TV area. I used an entryway table from, I think it's from the Decor the Max kit. And for I don't know, kind of personality ideas, I imagine that they have a dog. So I also placed a lot of items for a dog, again, with that kind of bubbly, energetic energy. A dog seems like a great, I don't know, just a great little personality. It's not a personality trait. I mean, in The Sims it kind of is, but I just imagine them as a dog owner. And I feel like it's also really great for Geminis to have dogs because they're great for emotional regulation. And I don't know, Geminis sometimes need a little help in that department. I mean, we all do, but I don't know, I just felt like it was a little bit fun to have a dog in here. And here we are choosing some of the decor. Another kind of little element that I decided to add in here, besides the heavy purple vibe, is butterflies, because besides the social butterfly pun, also it's just that Geminis are air signs, so it also comes into that aspect. And on top of that, butterflies have 2 wings, and Geminis, of course, are the twins in the constellations. So I kind of like the idea of having the 2 wings kind of also represent, I don't know, the twin sign. And over here, we're just picking a rug. I thought it would be really cool to use the rugs from the splash pad, but it just couldn't find the right shape with the right colors. So instead, I just used a base game one, which I really like how it kind of tones down the colors. I definitely went heavily colorful in here. which I really love. I'd love to know like what you guys associate with a Gemini, if I got this like accurate or not, if you're a Gemini, if you imagine living here or something. But over here in this area, which was just kind of like, I don't know, very much just an extra area with no like defined purpose, I decided to make it like a karaoke, like I can't keep saying area, but a karaoke space. So I placed the smaller karaoke machine from City Living, and behind it I placed this very large screen, which I think is from Get Famous, to just kind of add a little bit more realism. And I did originally think about making this like a little stage area and putting like a microphone and everything so that our Geminis can, I don't know, like give a couple of jokes around or whatever. But instead I made a karaoke machine, placed those couches from Dream Home Decorator game pack, and I don't know, just decided to make it like another little fun, entertaining space. And I ended up actually sizing that white rug up to kind of, I don't know, fill up the space a little bit more because it's definitely feeling a little bit empty right now. But don't worry, I do sort all of that out in post-production. And over here on this back wall behind the dining table, I place a couple of base game bookshelves and more of those little like paintings, little kind of gallery wall paintings from, I think they're from Kids Room Stuff Pack. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty confident about this one. And I was trying to find some seating. I do end up finding the seating though in post-production, and I think it looks really, really cute. And over here, we're just working on the hallway, kept it very simple. There's really not much space to do anything, but I just felt like it was a good idea to put in some bookshelves because Geminis are also really, really curious. So you're gonna want some bookshelves for them to read and expand their knowledge. And we're working on the bathroom now. I really, really love this bathroom. It's also super unique and like just different from the other apartments' bathrooms. And it took me a while to figure out kind of what layout I wanted because obviously I did want something a little bit different than the other ones. I just didn't know in what way. And right now we're trying to place like the double counters and just really trying to figure out what space is made for what, I guess like element of a bathroom that you need. So I actually end up creating this kind of open shower using some items from the Snowy Escape expansion pack. And I think I end up using the toilet from that expansion pack as well. It just like looks really high tech and fun. I also place a bathtub, and I do end up placing just a single sink from, I think I end up using the one from Dream Home Decorator as well. Right now just trying some different ones before I find the right one, which is actually, I guess, pretty on brand for the Gemini apartment for me to be this indecisive, which I'm always indecisive, but I don't know, I guess it's on theme because Geminis are also known to be quite indecisive. I think it's just because they have such like complex personalities. They're just like, I don't know, they have so many sides to them in like a good way, and that also just causes a lot of clash in decision making. And here in the bedroom, again, I was trying to think of something a little bit different to do, and I really didn't know what vibe I wanted. I started off with this bed from Pastel Pop. I thought about making the walls this very bright yellow color, which, I don't know, it just wasn't working. I mean, clearly it wasn't working, but I slowly do find my way. I end up going with more of a glam vibe, you'll probably see, but I was pretty much trying every bed, every style under the sun. Yeah, every style under the sun. And right now I'm trying to put the bed against this wall, like next to the door, but it really isn't working because, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit uncomfortable to have the door right next to your head. And I actually end up blocking off this little square area, and I make it like this mirror room. And I use those mirrors with that like backlight from, I want to say, the Spa Day game pack. Yes, I'm gonna go with the Spa Day game pack. And I just kind of make it as like a cute little area to kind of, I don't know, take photos of your outfits, try them on, and I end up placing some of these like art pieces from the Modern Luxe kit, which look super glamorous and fun. I wish we had more swatches available for those, but nevertheless, I think they're really cute and fun. And over here, trying to reorganize this whole thing to make it look a little bit more natural. And this is where I decided to go with the glam vibe. These wardrobes just kind of made the entire room for me. I don't know what it was about them that just like felt so right. I think they just felt like very edgy, but also like, I don't know, they felt very creative in a way. I don't like, obviously not creative. I don't know what it is, like what I'm trying to express that they felt. They just felt maybe a little bit artsy, a little bit different, kind of unique and funky. And I really love what I did is that I kind of like alt placed those two taller ones with the shorter one in the middle, and it just kind of looks like one big unit. And it creates kind of like a little faux vanity. And I end up changing the bed to this one from the Modern Luxe kit. And yeah, I end up just kind of a lot of vintage glamour and the Modern Luxe kit, and making this just a super, like, the person here has probably the best style out of anybody you will ever meet. Which I feel like is on brand for a Gemini. They're so cool. I mean, every Gemini that I know always has a really cool style. And yeah, just kind of trying to make it a little bit more of like, I don't know, get in touch with a little bit more of like the moody side of a Gemini, because they have that very bubbly, happy social side. And then, you know, they have their side where they've got their deep, dark secrets and they want their privacy. And but obviously, of course, I had to place a lot of seating around still, because they're definitely going to be like getting ready here with their friends, and you got to have spaces for everybody to sit. And behind the bed, I'm really trying to figure out what to do. It's just a big blank wall, and slowly I decide that I want a gallery wall, but I wasn't really in the like mindset or like headspace to be able to do a nice gallery wall. So I kind of, once I figure out the general vibe that I want for it, I end up just kind of having some placeholder items, and I like fiddle with it a little bit more afterwards in post-production and actually make it look better. Like right now it just looks kind of like meh, like not really interesting, but I do make it look nicer later. And over here we have our lovely little balcony, and I decided to place a bar out here. I think I use the one from Wedding Stories, and I decided to use a bit more of like a grayer, like grayer purple vibe. I was gonna say lavender, but it's not lavender. And yeah, I end up really liking it. It's been a long time trying to find that bar shelf, but it doesn't look good. But I end up placing a couple of these cabinets, but just on the ground, so they look like a little table. And I was trying to make it also kind of wrap around the diagonal, but it wasn't working. But I also placed these little seats from, I think they're from the Perfect Patio Stuff Pack. And I don't know, they look cute. They look kind of, I don't know, nice to just like sit out there, read a book, look out onto the river, because this building looks out onto the river. And I also find a rug to place out here. I think, yeah, I use this one from the For Rent expansion pack. It's super cute. I thought about adding an easel, but unfortunately it didn't really fit right. Hopefully if you guys play and download this build, you'll be able to find a way to make that work, because I don't know, I feel like they're very creative and they need a couple more outlets for their creativity. And I do end up placing like a keyboard and a microphone in the second bedroom, but I don't know, it's also nice to have a little easel. And we are working on the second bedroom now, so we're starting off a little bit rough here. I picked this desk from, I think it's from like high school years, and I don't know, I kind of just have it more as a placeholder right now, because the biggest thing that I wanted over here was a little like music corner, or I guess comedy, if you want to use the microphone for comedy, which works for Gemini. And I really wanted to use that curtain as kind of a little background, but it just didn't look nice. So I actually end up using this divider from high school years that has like those photos hanging from it, which I think are like super cute, because, you know, if Geminis have a lot of friends, they're gonna want photos of them around. And of course I also placed some more bookshelves, and yeah, just kind of trying to make this place just feel like a nice hobby room, and also just like a nice place to hang out with your friends. And I actually really like, I picked this rug from, I think it's Base Game, and I size it down because it's actually massive. But yeah, I really like the way that it kind of like cuts through the like brightness of all the colors, just like bringing it down with that neutral brown. And I end up creating a little diagonal here to place the desk. And I feel like a really cool career for the person that lives here would be like a streamer or something. I don't know, something like creative, some kind of content creation would probably be great for a Gemini. And yeah, just placing a lot of seeding. I placed this hanging plant from Blooming Rooms, which it's a kit that is actually for free right now. If you go onto the gallery, or not the gallery, but if you go to the EA store, it's free. So definitely get it. The next build that I make for Sunday is very like heavily leaning into the Blooming Rooms aesthetic, which I'm really, really excited for. It's quite far from the aesthetic we're working with now, but it's still amazing and I can't wait for you guys to see it. But we are in the screenshots now, which means you're going to be able to see all of the little edits that I've made for like in post-production and stuff. Just like added a little bit more decor, just made it feel a little bit more lived in, and put like this bar stool with some mannequins over there onto the side. A little bit random, but I just liked how it looked. And yeah, over here I also just added, here you can see like the rug that I sized up. You can see the little extra like seats that I put in as well. Yeah, so you can have even more friends over. And here are the little decor items that I added in the hallway, which just feel, they're really, really cute. I really love that mirror from Pastel Pop. It just fit in so nicely. And here is our bathroom. I don't actually think that I changed it too much, except that like adding a light in the shower and changing the color of one of the rugs. And over here in the like office second bedroom, I just pretty much added a whole bunch of clutter onto the shelves and the desk, and I think added that like string of photos from kids' room above our little couch. But I just really, really love this room. I think it turned out super nice and such a great place to hang out and work. And here we have our little entryway into the bedroom. This whole apartment is honestly like so far from my natural style, but I still love it so much, which kind of says a lot. Probably mostly just says that I'm biased, but I don't know. I'm just really, really into it. And I think that it like shows a lot of personality, and I kind of want to make a sim that would fit in this apartment because it's really, really cool. And here we have our balcony, the very last space that we are going to see, which means that we are at our last few screenshots. But I'm really, really hoping that you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Let me know what you think. Bye buds, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Comment and share with your friends. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.